Thank you for joining me once again for the Adirondack Real Estate Chronicles. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about my story. For those who may not know my story, or for those who think they may know my story, I wanted to share what has led me to join the Coldwell Banker Whitbeck family. First started in the real estate industry in the early 1980s as a salesperson, and my interest in the industry was lukewarm. It wasn't that strong at all, until I was asked to work for a large land development company as an acquisition specialist. Now, that time period provided an incredible foundation of knowledge about the real estate industry, about the Adirondacks and the North Country, and also on how to make transactions work. The training was intense and it was very, very useful. Then in the mid-1980s, I decided to join the family firm that my dad started in 1976. And it was actually in the later 80s, but along with joining the brokerage, we decided to start our own land development company. And I also served as the principal broker for a large UK firm for New York State. In the mid-90s, I began to take on more of the day-to-day operation of La Valley Real Estate. And two things were decided at that time. One, to wind down and dissolve the land company, and to end the relationship with the UK company. Both were very useful. Great learning tools were achieved from that, and it helped develop the company, the brokerage, even further. Now, those two things were needed as I wanted to expand the brokerage, La Valley Real Estate. So as we entered the early 2000 time period, I grew the firm into 3 offices with a total of a little over 25 agents, and I kept an eye on expanding even further. So with that came this period of growing, and it led me to 2 large development projects as well, which kept me very busy with the promise of some very exciting brokerage opportunities. The growth of the business was on a great upward curve, and then 2008 hit. While there was a significant impact as a result of the 2008 meltdown, there were some valuable lessons that were learned about the future of the real estate industry. And those lessons became more obvious over the next 10 years. The real estate industry, it was changing. As brokers and agents, there was an increasing need to provide larger marketing platforms for sellers, to have access to more buyers, to reevaluate where and how we market, to provide a lot more detail, to make transactions easier while other influences made it more challenging, and there was even more. So as this trend was becoming more evident, I felt that there was a need to provide this higher level of service. But what was the best way to accomplish it? So after nearly 40 years of being in the business, I once again evaluated my options and began to look at what would be in the best interest of our clients and our market. So that evaluation led me to PJ Whitbeck of Coldwell Banker Whitbeck. It was immediately clear that Coldwell Banker had an incredible portfolio of marketing tools, that they had a global reach, that their referral network was second to none, that they had 96,000 agents in 40 different countries that are all part of the Coldwell Banker family, and they offered support on all levels. But there were additional things that were important to me. Important enough that if we agree on the transition, that the Whitbeck family was in agreement with these other additional items. The first was wanting to feel that the Whitbeck family cared about their clients, their team, and their family. When PJ and I were looking to establish our first face-to-face meeting, and he couldn't make one date work because his daughter had a birthday on that date, that was a positive to me. Family is important to me, and it showed that family means a lot to him. So that was a big plus right out of the gate. Other things that were important, I didn't want to retire. I wanted to do things that I enjoy about the real estate industry. Getting away from the bookwork, the accounting, all of that was time away from what I enjoy doing, and that's working with sellers and buyers. I also wanted to get assurances from PJ and the Coldwell Banker family that they understood that the team of agents that were with me are very important to me. I wanted them to not just maintain their portfolio of business, but I wanted it to be able to grow. And PJ understood that and he agreed. So with those things in mind and agreed to, the decision to become part of the Coldwell Banker family was made. And it's a decision that's been rewarding and enjoyable at the same time. Learning new marketing platforms, showing our clients and customers what we can provide on a global level, working with a massive family of agents in 40 countries with additional connections beyond that, and there's so much more. I really enjoy the real estate industry, and now when I meet with sellers and buyers, I enjoy presenting them with all of the Coldwell Banker tools that make their selling and buying experience above what any other real estate agency office can offer. And that is the bottom line. Until next time, be well.